Welcome to the Edge. You know, I've been thinking about things, and a young friend of mine mentioned to me something, what a great president FDR was. But he was somebody who understood where taxes can be charged and collected. And they can't be charged in the middle. There's not enough money there, and certainly not in the lower classes. So you have this very big deal with Gorbachev and Reagan coming together. They call it the Mediterranean crossing. I did a cartoon on it with both of them crossing their fingers on the crossing about whether they can put things together. And it wasn't long after Reagan had said, and they helped him out, tear down that wall. Please tear down that wall. No, tear down that wall. So that was a very high moment for Reagan. And with the tax on gasoline, you could really prop a lot of things up in this country and keep the money here instead of sending it to Saudi Arabia. And so the woman said, "Would you repeat what you said?" I just said it. Well, the guy on your left, he's got a camera on his shoulder. I'd like to say it to the TV guy. So I repeated it. And the next morning, I'm walking in downtown Peoria, Illinois. Well, I play in Peoria. And the guy comes up, "I thought you were a Republican." I said, "What are you talking about?" He said, "I saw you last night bashing Reagan. He's the greatest president we're ever going to have." I said, "Oh, really? So somebody who says government's a problem, not a solution, it doesn't mean it when they say get rid of government, because that's what that is, getting rid of government. When you say that, that's what you mean. You can't interpret it any other way. Keep the problem, don't do anything about the problem, get rid of it."
I will say we have to move very fast. We have been moving fast. And you know, look, when you say is it tainted, everyone knows it's tainted. Everyone knows that the poll watchers were thrown out of buildings. Everyone knows that people were not allowed to vote when they walked in so preciously, so beautifully to vote. A elderly woman, we have a deposition, was told, who longed to vote, who looked forward to the day of November 3rd, was told when she got in there, "I'm sorry you voted." And then they give her another ballot to sign, which they don't use because she already voted. That's how brazen they are. They'll actually vote people knowing that there's a good chance that those people will come in. And there were thousands of those people. And by the way, just to set the record straight, because a couple of these cases were dismissed because they didn't have enough votes, enough bad, tainted votes, so that you'd overturn the state. No. In all cases, we have many times, I don't even know where the judges would have gotten that information. We have thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of votes more than we need. In other words, if I lost a state by 9,000 votes, or if I lost Georgia by, let's say, 12,000 votes, we have tens of thousands more votes in there. We don't have it where we found 9 dead people, and therefore we want you to turn over the state.
I have, it's just, he keeps complaining about the corruption that Biden couldn't have had 80 million more votes. So he's really complaining about the electoral college and losing that. That's his real complaint. As I said earlier, get rid of it. Make a case to get rid of it. Make that your campaign for the next 6 months, Donald. You say you're not accepting the electoral college vote, get rid of it. And then claim that Biden didn't get 80 million votes. Go right ahead and do that. I dare you. I friggin' dare you. And we're in this very bad time right now, folks, and be careful with the virus. Don't take it for granted. It's a serious matter, but we'll get into that another time. I want to thank you. We are, as I understand it, if you go to youtube.com, you can check out the high numbers that we're at and followers like yourself if you're going to follow. If you're going to watch, I think the watching time is somewhere around almost 2 minutes on average, which means some people are checking it and then going somewhere else, and some people are actually watching. In those great numbers, one show I think we had almost 11,000 watchers or viewers. So keep watching us. I'll try not to pick my nose in front of you. I'll try not to cough too much, but nonetheless, I really am grateful for you having a look. And guess who they think is the ugliest of Americans right now in Europe? Our president. or sitting president. Ugly because he chooses to separate people. And he just blasted Antifa again, who made up the thing. And the people who he refers to were the protesters, the Black Lives Matter group. He refers to them as Antifa. Anybody who criticizes him, they are Antifa, anti-fascist. In Germany, to be Antifa was a death sentence by the Nazis. And if you don't like the Electoral College vote the way it is, I suggest you propose getting rid of it, and then you lose by a bigger number.